Hi guys, Canadian Hunter here. So this is going to be an update video to my Hornady 150 grain GMX perfect load for deer caliber video. I've got definitely a few people who are wondering how did these perform in the field, and in short, they performed very well. I only got a chance to do one real good hunting trip this year, was that Kootenays trip. If you haven't seen that video, I'm going to link it down below. Definitely check it out. This is sort of, it was a neat area. I mean, it's not an exciting video by any means, but if you want to see some fantastic scenery and if you want to see where I was hunting, check that video out. So, how did they perform? So when I went to that Kootenays hunting trip, I really was going for a doe. So I went right at the end of doe season for where I live, and I mean it's about a 2-week window where it's pretty much just open to any whitetail, any buck, any doe, and literally it was on the last day and the last final hour when I got my deer, and it was only about an 85, maybe 100-yard shot, but that deer did not go very far. Being a doe, it wasn't a very big whitetail, but that deer went 10 feet and down it went. I mean, that was it. I mean, it was sort of a heart lung shot, bit back of the lungs. I mean, I think I remember I caught just a hair of the stomach, but just the angle it was standing on, I just, it was that or nothing. I mean, I just, the day before, so to back up, we showed up with about 3 days left of doe season, and we were hunting the Kootenays. I mean, just the deer running everywhere. We didn't have a lot of worry about, getting a deer. It almost just felt like that was it. I mean, I was going to get my deer. It's going to be the easiest hunt I ever did, but it turned out not to be. I mean, we saw a ton of deer, but none that we were able to take a shot at until the last day. And we just really got lucky. And a couple minutes later, the friend I was hunting with, same thing, 8,500 yards, doe, and down it went. And I guess to sort of prove that I really think these GMXs are good bullets is what I loaded up for him was I did the 150 grain. This is what I did. So I did the Hornady GMX. Let this focus. Hold still. There we go. That's what I loaded. So Hornady 150 grain GMX, my hunting load, 45 grains of varget, 28 to 2850. I mean, they were bouncing around that in the crony. That's what I seeded them. Winchers are large rifle. Anyway, that's what I loaded. And so my buddy, he had a new used Seiko or Sako, however you want to say it, 308. It was an old Forester that had like a nice old like Leopold 2-7 power. It was like the old version of a VX2 scope on it. And he's like, I want to take this gun with me, but can you load me some rounds? And I didn't have any of the 150 grains left, but I had another buddy who wanted me to load him some GMXs, and I had about 20. These are the 3 I have left, so I loaded 20 for my friend. So I have 3 of these, and these are, I think, the 165 grain GMXs. So I did a different load for him for his Seiko rifle, and again for him, his deer didn't even take a step forward. Literally, he had a beautiful shot, long heart. That thing leapt in the air and fell flat on its back. That was it. It didn't even move a foot forward. So both were through and through shots for both of us. And that's it. It performed well. So I guess if people are thinking, how do these lead-free bullets work? I'll tell you, they performed, at least so far. I mean, really, I've only had the one deer I've got now with these 150s. My buddy got his with his 165s I built for him. He has to admit too that the accuracy, we went to, there's like a little field range in the Kootenays where we were hunting, and on the first day we were there, we thought we all better just take another shot or two just to make sure our rifles are bang on. And he was very, very impressed with the loads that I loaded up for him, and what the accuracy he was getting out of them compared to what he's been used to. I mean, he's been hunting his whole life, and they've been using, things like interlock bullets and store-bought ammo. So I think this is his first experience at shooting hand loads that, I didn't develop a load for him per se, but I've done a lot of 308, and I just did a nice conservative load for him with those 165s, and I just went book on everything, seated book, and I wasn't going to get crazy with it. I just, obviously, I didn't have his gun really to go to that next level. But anyway, point is, they shot good and they were super accurate. So if you're thinking about, should I take the plunge and should I try, lead-free bullets, I'm going to say give it a try. I mean, you don't have to reload them. Obviously, just buy, some, Hornady factory loads, but don't shy away from them. I mean, I'm really happy with the 30 caliber GMXs. I was going to try the 243 this year for hunting. I had picked up a really nice 243. I put a really nice stock on it, nice scope. But I was just worried because the GMXs are only 80 grain bullets. And I know they're not going to expand as much as a standard lead bullet. So I decided to just stay tried and true and just stay with the good old 308. And that's what I did. So anyway, in short, am I going to use these again? Absolutely. Am I going to be shooting more GMXs next year and in the future? Yes, and in different calibers, somewhat. I'm going to stay 30 caliber mostly. I want to do a nice elk hunt next year. I've never done an elk hunt, and I'm dying to do one, so I don't want to use my 308 for that. I'm just worried there's not enough caliber, but we'll have some follow-up videos to that later. So anyway, and yeah, if you guys want to see my Kootenays hunt trip, I'm going to have a link down below to that trip. And check that video out. I mean, it's a beautiful scenery. It was an amazing area, and I just can't wait to go back and hunt there again. Yeah, if you like this video, guys, please click like. And as always, please click subscribe. I'm going to keep bringing tons more videos in 2017. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.